Hey guys, what's up? It's MR.skittles here. This is gonna be my second gameplay commentary. I'm just rolling out here with my Pocket Medic Hellraiser. He's on the kill streak vaccinator, which is we're gonna use hopefully to just pummel these guys into pain. This is one of my probably less played maps, as I tend to be more of a 6s/MGE player, so you just wouldn't really see me on environments like this that are kind of more known as like Halo/Highlander maps. But basically I'm going to be trying to roll out here. I went down pretty quick there, which is probably uncharacteristic of me, but it's going to give me a lot of chance to redeem myself. I gotta shit soon. I'll probably save it for the next life, because I just want to keep my gameplay up to standard, but obviously going to the bathroom, something you gotta do. Like, I'd rather not fuck around and get it over with, you know, just because it's my kind of gameplay, I guess. So you'll notice our team had some real problems there, which I am pretty much sorry for. Our medics survived, which is pretty cool, but it doesn't really matter in my opinion, because if you heal somebody who's doing 0 damage, it doesn't matter at all. I lost my mouse connection there. That's just a little bug. I have a Razer death pattern. I'm pretty sure that was a defect that came with the mouse. I've owned I think now 7 or 8 Razer death patterns, so I have general faith that the product will work for me, but obviously every problem's gonna have its own issues. Sometimes, you know, like even the highest quality made, like Microsoft or Apple computers or tablets are still gonna have defects, you know, even though they're technically the best. Like, it's just the nature of computers. They're just generally vulnerable to errors. So as you can see, although I died in that first life, we're really making up for it here. I'm gonna try my hardest to help clean up. Notice that we just obliterated that combo because they were going somewhere where we weren't. If they went through this hill, we probably would have had more problems, but they were just taking a route that made like no fucking sense for them, so we slammed them. A lot of gaming is actually about positioning. I used to talk to top players in Tf2 like Reptile and Dingo, and basically their main tip was just put yourself out of harm's way. So you'll notice we're going down there again to the direct hit player. This is the second time we've encountered. If things continue to go south, we might have to switch to Soldier, but generally I'm thinking that things can stay on the Scout. Soldier is my MGE main class, so I'll probably have more potential there, but this is mostly just a personal decision. Watch me obliterate this sniper. That's a great example of how the Scout's gameplay can really be brought to levels unbeknownst to the other Team Fortress classes. When I first installed the game, I actually was really into playing Engineer, mostly because I thought Engineer had like the funniest looking items. Like, I'd never seen a wrench in a video game, like as a gamer of 16 years. That was really a surprise to me, so... but anyway, I've shifted more towards obvious DM-oriented classes in recent years, because I'm just really blown away by the positioning and power in classes like Scout. I think Demoman also has potential, but generally I'm just not really much of a Demoman player. Going down there to Dr. Ass. And they seem to be getting the first point, but you know what, I still think we have a lot of potential. I'm doing okay, but I'm actually going to see if I can pull a life off here on the Black Box Soldier. Generally not my favorite class, but like I said, I do have a lot of MGE experience on Soldier, so I'm expecting my gameplay will be quite superfluous this round. You'll notice this guy is quite upset because he already got killed, but it's all going to work out for us because the sniper just died. Again, notice my MGE damage coming into play. I get no overheals, kind of typical. People treat me like shit all throughout high school, but I always had the best grades. I had 100% A's in all my classes. I was pretty much the best. You'll notice again I've gone down to the direct hit soldier. I'm pretty sure this is every single death of mine, but you know, this is just how it's gonna happen, I guess. But don't worry, we're rolling into the third point here. This point actually can be a really great point for holding. I'm not much of a Highlander player, but I'm pretty sure the engineer can use a sentry position on this map that's quite potent, if I were to say so myself. It's disappointing that none of them are going down to my coach this game, but sometimes you just have to deal with disappointing results if you want to improve. Notice I'm finally getting a little bit of heals there, because you've noticed my really superfluous gameplay, moving around like water, my gelatin-like reflexes, and I guess I'm just trying to really keep myself focused on putting my damage output as high as I can right now. By the way, sorry for kind of whiffing that jump. I'm generally not much of a jump map player. I tend to have a jump map, not much of a jump map background, so I tend to be more MGE focused. You'll also notice that I trouble getting out through that crack. Probably also comes down to my lack of jump map experience. I think my DM there was pretty top tier, but I think I just got a little slipped up on what could have been better Wasta positioning. I am getting older in age, so my nervous system probably does not have as slow a reaction time as it used to, especially when dealing with such high-level players. But it's one of those things that you just have to get adjusted to. Notice there I pulled up the escape lane and really gave that guy a run for his money. Hopefully I'll get some heals here because he knows I have straight A's, but even if he doesn't, it's alright, because again, I'm used to kind of flying lone wolf because most people don't really respect me. Coming up here, by the way, I'm top 100 rank in Osu as we're making this video, so just thought I'd throw it out there. I think there's decent-ish reasons to maybe, you know, consider subscribing to this channel. By the way, you'll notice really just unfair gameplay going on right now. They all have that respawn right there. I'm gonna have to run all the way back to get my health, but that's okay, as long as they don't go down. I just think it's a bit of an unfair 1v1 type situation. Notice they're using again the critical creep, which is, in my opinion, is just never gonna work for them because the Vaccinator has really changed the game. Ever since the Vaccinator update, seems like so many other parts of the game have been broken. Notice this guy is just missing all the shots. Again, it seems I've only died to direct hit soldiers who are being pocketed. I guess my MGE training isn't serving me as well as I thought. I think I'm going to switch back over to Scout, see what I can make of this situation. The fact that these guys are getting pummeled by a shithead like that is just frankly very disappointing. Same with a shithead like this. Honestly, these are the kind of people I slam in MGE every day. Dr. Ass, again, playing superior positioning, besting me at my flaws. So far, things aren't looking too great, but I'm hopeful for our overall result in this match, because I think my DM will reign supreme. Sorry about that, I just slipped up a little bit on my words, because I'm eating some dumplings, and some taquitos, just some of my favorite snacks here in the humid weather of Florida. Though I do live in Hawaii during the summer, I'm pretty much multicultural. Watch me just obliterate the soldier with my superior movement. Again, this Pyro also quite confused as to where my whereabouts are, but then gets quickly ousted by my superior DM. If you haven't noticed yet, I have really good DM because I play a lot of MGE. The soldier goes down, and now the sniper will be next. This is just kind of part of the process, as I tend to obliterate everyone I come into contact with. I tend to warm up as soon as I get out of bed, play like 45 minutes of Osu, and then maybe like 30 to 60 minutes of Endif before I go into my like usual MGE routine. This is just kind of the way I've played for quite a while now. You really can't break habits, so guilty as charged, I guess you could say. Noticing my mouse disconnect again here. This is just a little problem with the Race of Death Adder. I'm not too keen on getting the money already. because again, this is my, I believe my 7th Razor Death Adder. Actually, a sponsorship there would be pretty helpful, you know. But anyway, I'm just gonna try to stay focused here on the objective. Because again, if they try to capture, that's when I'm gonna really need to show up with my superior DM, and just give them a total run for their money. Moments like that where I can really sort of humble them into submission, because it tends to be my expertise. I'm much more of a fragging class than a chip class. I think that's partially the nature of the game, partially the nature of my my gameplay. Again, those are subjects that are easy to confuse. Notice they're trying to be cool up here, but we seem to be just obliterating them with our superior DM. That guy gets pretty quickly handled. Again, you're going to notice they're going to try to come in for some sweet plays, but chances are they won't be ready for my sweet-ass counter plays. I have a lot of FPS gaming experience starting with the first GoldenEye, but not limited to previous releases to that. More of like MO/RPG games, because basically I'm just not really what you would call a casual at all. I tend to be very high level of performance in everything I do, especially school. I tend to be a straight A student. You'll notice the medic got away there roughly, mostly because I was distracted by his hats. Remember, I come from a time where hats weren't really a thing. I still think hats kind of dumb, but I don't mean to insult anyone. Seems like we're not really standing on the cap like we should be. Okay, but hopefully it will all work out as I'm coming in right now for this awesome frag streak. You'll notice this is pretty anxiety-ridden moment there because I was really flubbing my shots. That's probably the worst moment you'll ever see. Notice that guy's pretty much a noob. I don't even play this map. Remember, I usually play 6 versus 6, so it's honestly pretty disappointing that like one of my own teammates would make such a stupid move, but you can't. You'll notice that I got killed by the enemy medic for the first time. Really not the standard that I like to hold myself to, but I guess we're proving ourselves well enough with this very long last hold. I'm not sure whether this Spy is cloaking. Spy, you actually can't defend the card if you're cloaked, just a heads up. My mouse is disconnected. I'm gonna go behind him. Notice my superior DM. Nice engineer setup. This is a pretty sweet setup. If you remember, I actually almost decided to play engineer way back in the day. I'm gonna go try to flag him. They're using the vaccinator, so make sure they're level 3. You'll also notice that the card's starting to roll back now, which is pretty dope. As far as I'm concerned, I'm just like kind of playing a traditional Highlander role at this point, which is just to protect the cart and kind of play territorial control, try to just watch the main objective, stick around the purpose of the game, because you'll probably find that in a lot of situations, scouts really aren't doing that. Like top level players, like Bronze, AKG, a lot of these people just don't really stick to the cards as much as they could. It's probably why they never won Highlander. Again, I'm not really a Highlander expert here. I'm going out this gate and approaching the cart. Again, we're just trying to get this held as long as we can. If we can't hold it forever, it's kind of okay because it's been a bit ridiculous that we've even held it as long as we currently have, but it seems that they're probably going to cap it right now, which is okay. Yeah, that's a pretty decent time. So, we have pretty much 14 minutes here. As long as I stay on scout and just deliver like really top damage, I don't think we're gonna have any problems. I'm really digging the teamwork that you'll notice on this team here. We're playing an in-game system. I've been known to dabble with IRC pugs like pugchamp.na, where I tend to deliver pretty quality damage. but at the same time, I really don't understand how I died. But anyway, I used to Stomp Plug Champ a lot, so this is pretty much like children's play to me, but you will notice that my gameplay is not really as superfluous as it has been in the past, which is probably mostly having to do with the fact that this map is, it's not a dry map. I tend to do a lot better on maps where hydration comes into play. It's just the nature of my gameplay. I can't really apologize for that. It's just the way I am. That demo's pretty hurt. Nice cleanup. So anyway, we're just gonna try to stick to this first pointer. Just keep good time on point. We killed a lot of them. Alright, I'm coming now. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to help push the cart here. As long as you're doing general damage, the cart will move at a pretty steady pace. It's kind of in the codec for the cart. Oh shit, dude. I'm sorry about that. Just sneeze. Oh wow. Seems like the spy unfortunately got a 2K on us just there, but I think our time's gonna be a lot better overall, so I'm actually not too worried. Covered in Girardi again, which I would say fucking sucks. But generally I'm not much of a unlocked player. You'll tend to notice I'm using stock items like the bat and the bone saw, because generally those are the items I find that can do like really consistent damage. Medic is down. I tend to do some pretty good damage because I'm known. We're using a pretty sweet Uber right now. Oh my god, I really can't believe that I got backstabbed. This has been pretty disappointing gameplay. But anyway, I'm actually going to tell a little bit of a story right now. About, like, pretty much, I'll just say it's like a funny thing that happened with my uncle once when I was getting ice cream. I was involving a homeless person. I don't know, I tend to have like a lot of stories that I want to tell. I think it's just part of my character. Like any of my friends who know me pretty much know that I do this kind of thing. I'll get on the card. You guys can go forward. I have pain train. Times 3 is all we need, yeah. Alright, seems like the rest of our team is really trying to capitalize here. I got covered in Girardi, which is again not ideal situation. But also I'm gonna actually clean up on this engineer frag. I have a feeling this is gonna be a pretty fat life. That's just kind of the nature of my gameplay. Again, I have a lot of NGE training. So if you'll notice, I'm actually going to focus the medic first in that interaction. Because that's where the healing is coming from. And if the healing stops, all the other issues are solved. So we're actually going to push on through here to the second mega capture. There's actually like quite a lot of capture points on this map, but this one's one of them. It's called the mega one because it's actually extremely helpful in terms of your damage output as a team and just generally, I guess, your success. You'd have to talk to an analyst, like probably Seabear or maybe Sal, I guess, to really understand the complexity of it. I'm not a caster, but from what I understand, it's a pretty key positioning point. So now we're just going to try to roll through the end of this map here, see if we can get in time for that story, but if we can't, it's okay. Mainly, I'm just trying to do lots of good chip damage to these players, and as you can see, they're already getting pretty nervous here. The engineer is very much so near death and has now actually been vanquished. You'll notice that it's also a 5 kill streak. Not trying to brag or anything, but it's pretty decent. I'm gonna finish that guy off with a quick pain train kill. Looks like this will be the end for Red Team here, so let me just tell a story real quick. Basically, my uncle and I, he came over and was like, hey, Skittles, you want to go get some ice cream? I said, like, sure, dude. And we ended up going down to the store just off Telly Street, and it was pretty much one of my favorite ice cream places. But basically, there was like this homeless dude outside, and he said, look, if you can eat one of the jumbo-sized ice creams, I'll let you have another one. And so I said, okay, sure, give me a try. This was the homeless man. So basically, I ate this whole thing, and then my dad was like, okay, I'll buy one for you, and we ended up buying this ice cream, but then, like, instead of giving it to the homeless, no, like, instead of giving it to me, he gave it to the homeless person, and so I was, like, really confused and upset, and the homeless person basically just got free ice cream from my dad, so, like, I didn't know how that worked, but I think it was, like, a pretty cool street trick or something like that. You'll notice, this game, I also top damage, tends to be a recurring thing, and top frag, but that's gonna be the end for this gameplay today, so hope you guys have a lovely Easter holiday, and I'll see you guys later.